Born in obscurity, guided by dreams, and armed with numbers no one could comprehend. This is not just the story of a mathematician. This is the tale of intuition battling convention, the legend of Srinivasa Ramanujan. Srinivasa Ramanujan, a legacy born of intuition and fire. 1. Humble beginnings, the spark of genius. Born on December 22, 1887, in Erode, Tamil Nadu, Ramanujan grew up in Kumbakonam in a traditional Brahmin household. His father was a clerk and his mother sang at a local temple. Resources were scarce, but his mind was abundant. By age 10, Ramanujan was solving complex mathematical problems with ease. Without formal tools or guidance, he displayed an almost mystical connection to numbers. His early education was turbulent. While he excelled in math, he consistently failed other subjects, causing him to lose scholarships and drop out. Yet this apparent setback became a blessing in disguise. It gave Ramanujan full freedom to pursue mathematics according to his own rhythms. 2. Math as meditation, self-taught wonders. Unable to afford proper textbooks, Ramanujan stumbled upon a copy of A Synopsis of Elementary Results in Pure and Applied Mathematics by G.S. Carr. This book, a mere listing of theorems without proofs, became his Bible. What most would treat as a reference, Ramanujan treated as a doorway. He derived and expanded upon these results, filling notebooks with thousands of original equations, most without formal proofs, but deeply correct. His work touched on infinite series, continued fractions, number theory, elliptic functions, modular forms. Even in isolation, Ramanujan was laying mathematical foundations that would take decades for others to decode. 3. Struggles in silence, genius in the shadows. Despite his brilliance, Ramanujan remained largely unnoticed in India's academic circles. Professors found his work baffling, unconventional, and, without proofs, dismissed it. He lived in poverty, battling illness and alienation. But his mathematical output never slowed. It wasn't until 1912, when he began working as a clerk at the Madras Port Trust, that he encountered supportive allies, notably Sir Francis Spring and mathematician Ramaswamy Iyer, who saw genius in his scribbled notes. They encouraged Ramanujan to reach out beyond the shores of India. One letter would change his life. 4. The Letter to Cambridge, Unlocking Destiny. In 1913, Ramanujan mailed a letter to G.H. Hardy, a respected mathematician at Cambridge University. Enclosed were over 100 theorems, astonishing, elegant, and unlike anything Hardy had seen. Hardy famously said, "They must be true, because no one would have had the imagination to invent them." Recognizing a rare genius, Hardy invited Ramanujan to Cambridge. Thus began one of the most extraordinary collaborations in mathematical history. 5. Across Continents, the Cambridge Chapter. Ramanujan arrived in England in 1914, during the height of World War I, far from home, surrounded by cold weather, unfamiliar food, and academic culture. Ramanujan thrived nonetheless. His intuitive approach clashed with the rigor of Western mathematics, but the fusion of Hardy's analytical precision and Ramanujan's raw insight sparked innovation. Together, they unraveled new theories in partition functions, Mach theta functions, Diophantine equations, prime number distribution. They introduced the Hardy-Ramanujan number, 1729, the smallest number expressible as the sum of two cubes in two distinct ways. This story remains a favorite among math lovers, illustrating Ramanujan's intuitive grasp of numerical beauty. 6. Spirituality and science, the Namagiri connection. Ramanujan's inspiration wasn't purely academic, it was spiritual. He believed that the goddess Namagiri whispered formulas into his dreams, and he simply transcribed them. This sense of divinity guided his work. He once said, "An equation means nothing to me unless it expresses a thought of God." To many, this blend of faith and mathematics is what made him truly unique, a thinker who saw math not just as logic, but as cosmic poetry. 7. Homecoming and final chapter. In 1919, Ramanujan returned to India, weakened by years of illness and cultural alienation. Despite his deteriorating health, he continued writing, producing work on Mach theta functions, which wouldn't be fully appreciated until late in the 20th century. On April 26, 1920, Ramanujan died at the age of just 32. Though his life was brief, the depth of his contributions was vast. He left behind 3 notebooks and 1 lost notebook, packed with ideas many of which still defy explanation today. 8. Legacy and Global Reverence. His birthday, December 22nd, is celebrated as National Mathematics Day in India. In 1987, his centennial was commemorated by the Indian government with a stamp. The Ramanujan Institute for Advanced Study in Mathematics was established in Chennai. The film The Man Who Knew Infinity 2015, starring Dev Patel, brought his story to an international audience. Today, Ramanujan is cited not only for his results but also for his method, the pure, untrained yet profound approach that continues to inspire mathematicians, physicists, and even philosophers. 9. What his life teaches us. Ramanujan's story embodies timeless lessons. Follow your obsession even if the path is lonely. His devotion to numbers was unconditional. Break conventions when your ideas don't fit into existing molds. Stay connected to intuition, belief, and self-trust. His insights weren't just technical, they were soulful. Legacy isn't defined by longevity. In just 32 years, he gave the world a century's worth of ideas. Closing thought. Ramanujan once wrote formulas that were so ahead of their time, mathematicians are still unpacking their meaning. His mind, steeped in tradition yet fiercely original, proves that genius can grow in unlikely soil, and that the flame of imagination often burns brightest in solitude. His journey ended too soon, but his ideas live on, unlocking mysteries, defying logic, inspiring minds. Srinivasa Ramanujan wasn't just ahead of his time, he redefined it.